Page 16, Mr. Brahms' Famous Lullaby. It's a famous melody by Brahms. Now we're reviewing the damper pedal. We've had the damper pedal before. I'm a big believer in not using it unless you absolutely have to. Some people, most people I think, tend to just use it for everything. Blech. You need to understand exactly the effect that pedal has on the sound, which means you have to learn to listen to the sound the instrument is producing. Not the sound you think it's producing, but the actual sound it's producing. Careful. Anyway, let's talk about this piece first. 3/4 time. It has a pickup beat because you're coming in, you see the only one beat in the first measure, the 2/8 notes, that's beat 3. If you look at the end, the last measure down there, that's got nothing in it, that's a half rest, that's 2 beats. Put them together, we got our 3 beats. The point is you're coming in on beat 3 in the left hand. The melody's kind of going back and forth, so I'm going to talk about both hands at the same time here. So we're starting out in the left hand here, puts us in this position, and the right hand, you're here, puts us in this position, so we're here. They're next to each other. Oh goody. 3 and 3 and 1 and 2, and while you're holding that down on beat 2, you're going to play that. So they're both down for 1 beat, and then while you're holding this down, you're going to play that. So they're overlapping a little here. 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Now you don't really need any of these finger numbers right now. You just needed them at the beginning because your hands are in this position. Read the notes, not the finger numbers. So the second line on page 16 is in the B flat. Now here you got to move the right hand down 1. Here, so it's 1 and 3. You're this kind of a middle C position. So get the left hand thumb out of the way. 2. Now you're here, and then here. 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 and then that last measure they're telling you to play any high F. That's the right hand. Well, pick an F. You have one here. That's not high enough. Go higher. Here, here, here. It's up to you and your piano how much you have. You don't have to get really high. Just play a high. I'd suggest just go up here. So that last 2 measures here, just play it up here. Any finger, it doesn't matter. Just play it. Play it as a half note. So again, the last 2 measures. 1, 2, off. Like so. That's good enough. So it's a little tricky because look on the top of page 17. The first line here, and then you're holding this down while you're playing these. And now the melody. That's all connected. It's just really weird. The second line there, you have an F, and then here, those 2/8 notes between the 2 hands, but connect them. So it's just it looks tricky. It really, I mean, you're in this position. You're just playing whichever note. If it's in the top staff, play it in the right hand. If it's in the bottom staff, play it in the left hand and go for it. Get to where you can do the whole thing with no hesitations. And as far as the articulation goes, it's slurs. It's a. You can lift up between each slurs. Keep in mind you can keep the right hand down. So lift up between each slur. Just a little bit of silence between each slur throughout the whole thing. Dynamic wise, what starts out medium soft, and that's the melody. They give you a soft in the second measure. They don't need that. You should know it's soft. The melody is going to be the dynamic you want, and everything else has to be less than that. So it's whatever medium soft or moderately soft is to you, keep this soft. I recommend almost a very soft. So it's very soft, right hand comes up to moderately soft because it's the melody. And you stay that way until the end of the first line on page 17. Now you go up a little more to medium or moderately loud. That's the melody. Well, it's all melody, so it's all the same. Except the third line, the right hand's melody, keep the left hand soft. There, we want to hear the C. Now you're soft, and it's all melody. There. There's a retardando there at the end. You just slow down a little bit. There. You can get softer there too if you want. Speed-wise, it's a gentle piece. Put somebody to sleep with it. Different people will play it at different speeds. It's just gentle. What do you think it is? That's about what I think it is. You may have a different idea, and that's okay. Now, reviewing the damper pedal. You don't need pedal on this piece at all, but they've stuck it in, so we'll talk about it. It's at the end, the very last two measures. You see where with the pedal indication is that line. The line goes down, that's when you push the pedal down. Hold it down for the line going across and lift it up when the line goes up. Keep in mind it's not exact. Those up and down lines is not exactly when you do it. That's where a teacher comes in handy. I'm telling you that when you go to use it there, and when you play the F in the left hand there, the first beat of that measure, push the pedal down right after you play the F. Play the F first, and then the pedal. And at the end, when you lift the F up here in the right hand, lift the pedal up at the same time with the F there. So, and that's what I'm suggesting you do with the pedal. I like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics, just notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 2 counts because we come in on beat 3. So let's try this out. Now make sure your foot is on the pedal at the beginning. If you're going to use pedal anywhere in the piece, put your foot on the pedal and leave it there. Ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. There's a duet part for this at the bottom. I'd like to play that and you play what you just played. But again, I need you to go up an octave. So just pretend the middle C goes up an octave from here to here. Play it all up here. And we'll go up there. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I'll give us 2 counts and let's come in together. Now the duet part doesn't have a beat on your pickup beat. So I'm going to go ahead and play that here, those 2 eighth notes with you, and then I'll do the duet part. So go ahead and put your hands in position, and we'll begin. Now, I don't think 2 beats is enough time, so I'm going to give us 5 counts, a full 3 counts for a measure, plus 2 more counts because we come in on beat 3. So it's like 1, 2, 3, ready, go, and then we start. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go, and.